Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What is up, everybody? Alright. First and foremost, dude, this is the build-off results. nd6k build-off round 3 results. I know everybody's anxious to see the results, see what the next round is. Man, I'm going to edit a video up, but if I would have started it tonight, I have just had a crazy work week, which I almost never have, like, a super crazy work week like this week. Last night I get home at like 10:30. This morning I had to get up at 5. So I am beat and I am dreading editing right now. I want to edit a video. I had a lot of fun editing the last video. And I want to do it and I want to get it out there because I think it would be a good thing to get out there. It wouldn't take me too long. It just, after doing that one video, I spent like 4 hours on that last one because I was playing with the edit program. I figured let's just do it live right now. I'll show you the builds. I'll give you the results. I'll even go through and because there's not many people that didn't make it in that I would have to go over. Like in Protege, there's only 3 people that submitted builds that don't get in. In the Master, there's a couple more. I think only one person from the Master didn't submit a build. So, man. So second of all, it's so fucking close. It's so close. I am really debating on bringing in other judges for the next rounds. Next rounds, yeah. I might have to anyway. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go through the Protege. I'm going to show one picture of the Protege builds that made it. First, I'm going to tell you who made it. So I'm going to go from lowest score to highest score that made it. Alright? So from lowest to highest. There's a couple ties. There's a couple ties in here. But, there is also, a couple people that didn't make it. So, second of all, like, man, these are all debatable. It's all just my opinion, isn't it? These are all kind of debatable, but I am very happy with the people that I chose. Um, I'm not really looking at chat because I don't want to make this video too long. We have Fresh03 on in a little bit. I may join them. So let me just say that I'm good with who's the winners are, but in another build off, these may not be the answers, you know? Um, and let's just say this, whoever wins this build off in the end is definitely going to deserve it, right? It's so hard to tell somebody that they're out of a build off that they've spent so much time on. Like anybody that's in the third round, you've done at least 3 builds already for this. 3 long ass builds in, 4 weeks or so. So I will give you the results, starting off with the protege, and then I'll tell you what the next round is, but I'm also going to edit up a video. All right? So what's up, everybody in the chat? What's up, everybody watching? Hopefully everybody's having a good night. Yeah, sorry I couldn't edit one together, but I think this is going to be just as good. We'll try to knock this out pretty quickly. Boom. So I have scores. I could tell you, like, so the builds, let me start it off with this. The builds in every round are all judged on 5 things. I used to do a 5-point system. I used to do 5 points for each of these things, but now I do 10 because it's so hard to do it within 5. So you get 10 points for each. So your top score would be a 50, right? Your top score would be a 50 for that round. No one has scored perfect. There's some close to perfects. There's one very close to perfect in the master. They're judged on cleanliness, the install, cleanliness, install, creativity, difficulty, and overall looks. All right, the difficulty of the build, the creativity level of the coil. Creativity gets crazy in the master because then you're looking at a whole bunch of things. Cleanliness gets even a little crazy in the master because then you're looking at, all right, that's clean, but these other builds are clean with higher gauge wires. So it's more clean, actually, isn't it? Yeah, man, it's rough, but here we go. Y'all ready? All right, so I'm starting from like the lowest score that gets into the highest. So basically, this first build I show basically just got in to the 4th round with a high score, but it's the lowest out of the high scores. So let me get it up. You see it? There you go. All right. Leono Coils scored 33 points and is into the next round. I gave him 6 for cleanliness. There's a couple things in the Staggerton that are going on there. There's like 2 and 1. Some of them aren't in there. So he's got like a 6 for cleanliness. Install a 7 because it's a nice install, but it's nothing that, we haven't really seen too much of. The creativity was at a 6. So I base these on a curve, okay? I base these on a curve. Whoever gets the highest, and then you're judged against that. And then for difficulty, a 6, and for overall looks, an 8. So the overall looks really put you over the top over the other guys. Next one up would be... Alright, it was a tie for this next one. Alright, it was a tie for this next one. So this next one was... Don't close it. It did close out. This is going to be difficult. Okay. So the next one up, we'll just do it like this. Maddie Mac made it in. with his build. He went for difficult pitchforks with the braid on the top, man. He's got 7 points for cleanliness, which he probably could have got more, but he's in anyway, right? But the pitchfork up close, there's some ribbons folding over and stuff. Install, nothing super crazy. He got a 7 for that. Creativity, a 7. There's nothing super crazy going here, but he's got some like Clapton ribbons in here, you know. This build, I mean, he really pushed himself in the protege for this. Difficulty, I gave an 8 for difficulty because that pitchfork ain't easy with the Clapton ribbons. And overall looks, a 6. It's 6 is probably a rough score, but I'm pretty rough with scoring. You kind of have to be. All right. The next one up that made it in. How am I? Okay. The next one up that made it in to the protege was. Where is he? Where you at? Where you at? Where the fuck is he? Oh, there he is. We'll do this one. Sean O'Garrity. He braided with Clapton's, and he braided over to Staple Stagger Fuse Clapton's, which is something we're seeing in the master tier. It's fucking clean as hell. I gave him an 8 for cleanliness. Some of the close-ups, you've seen movement in the Claptons, which happens with braids quite often. There's movement in the Claptons. Some of the Staple Stagger Fuse Claptons look a little angled. Install, got a 7. It's nothing special, but it's dual coil. Dual coil always scores a little extra points with me. Creativity, I probably could have gave more for creativity. I gave him a 6 for creativity. Difficulty, 7. And overall looks 7. That scored a 35 as well, just like Maddie Mack. And you are also into the next round. So we got Leono, Maddie Mack, Sean O'Garrity in the next round. Okay, the next one is going to be. Give me a second, because there was a couple of these that the last two are very similar in a way. These are in alphabetical order, so I don't know why I'm having such a hard time finding them. Here he is. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Boom. We'll do this one. Cloudy869, dude. You scored a 39. I gave you 9 for cleanliness. Some of the Staple Stagger Fuse dude, this fucking build's insane. He got a 7 for install. I'm not like, I don't know. This is a badass build. I don't know what to tell you. 7 for creativity. I probably could have gave more for that. Doesn't matter because he got in. 8 for difficulty and 8 for overall looks. Scored a 39. Congratulations, it's a really cool build. Alright. And the only build to beat out Cloudy869 in this round in the protege was a crazy build, and it is a dual coil of somewhat the same kind of deal. So Vape Life gets in. This was the highest scoring round in the protege. Highest scoring, I can't even talk. Highest scoring build in the protege tier. He's got micro Clapton braids, corrugated Staple Stagger Fuse Clapton. 9 for cleanliness. 9 for cleanliness. 9 for install. 8 for creativity. 9 for difficulty. 8 for overall looks. Scored a 43 out of 50. All right, I'm going to go over real quick the proteges that didn't make it. There's only 2 of them. And it was Azrael Frost almost got in. Azrael Frost did this build here. The only real gripes with this one I had was the cleanliness was a 6. The Install was also a 6 just because you got a lot of overlapping going on. It looks cool though. I mean, yeah. Um, Creative, it's something that the install is something that we've seen before. The actual build, like what you actually did, is pretty fucking cool. The difficulty is a 7. My biggest problem was some of the spacing and the angles and stuff that are going on. Stuff like right here. I don't know if you guys see my mouse, but in that bridge, uh, overall look 6. Um, Dude, Azrael come so far. This is awesome. It really is. Azrael Frost has been doing coil class pretty much since the beginning. Since the beginning. And it's awesome to see shit like this in like a first build off. Amazing. Big wires too. I could tell big wires. Sometimes big wires could give a bad score just because it seems not as difficult. Even though it's still fucking cool. And then we have that one person. It was kind of the same thing. Like this build is dual coil, and he scored high in cleanliness. 1 second, that one person, he's got like a vertebrae, I believe, inside of this. It's big wires used, but you did a really good job in cleanliness. He also scored a 32. So him and Azrael Frost were kind of in the same boat. 8 for cleanliness, 6 for install. Nothing crazy with it. It's a basic dual coil, right? Creativity, 6. It's a braid inside of a half stag pitchfork. Difficulty 6 and overall looks 6. All right. Really great job, everybody. This is really hard to do. But yeah, congratulations. So Cloudy869, Leono Coils, Maddie Mac, Sean O'Garrity, and Vape Life 02. You are all moving on to the next round. I'll tell you what's in the next round after we get through the Masters. We got... Alright, let me just number these Masters real quick. I didn't number to see who goes. It's crazy, like, dude, the builders. Alright, so you go first. It's crazy, because these builds are fucking nuts. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. So, first one, scoring the 5th highest in the round, or would it be the 5th? Yeah. So I'm going to go from the lowest score that made it to the biggest. When you see, it's kind of crazy when you see these builds. Tobias scored 42. Got 9 for cleanliness. It's super clean. The braid tends to look... It's just when you do crazy shit, you know? It just like, who knows what the fuck's gonna happen. You know, the braid's up here, some braid's down there, some... I mean, this is the type of shit I have to fucking score on this fucking round. Install 5, because, yeah, it's not... I'm not a fan of how this is here. I'm not. And I don't think I see it in the cap shot. I'm not positive, but I don't think I see it in the cap shot. I can't see that build at all in there. It's not in the posts. Of course, you could just rip it out if you wanted to use it. And you're probably not vaping shit like this anyway, right? And then everything else you got a 10 for. Creativity, 10. Difficulty, 10. Overall looks, 10. I mean, you just lost a lot of points on the install. That's it. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. This thing's fucking badass. Staple Stagger Fuse Clapton. Used as a Clapton, and you did it twice and then braided over it. It's fucking ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, I can do that. Look at that. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. So, Tobias, congratulations on to the next round. 42 points in this round. And then we have, dude, I loved all these builds. It's crazy that Tobias is like the lowest, and then this next one is like the second lowest score because they're the best builds on the internet right now. It's crazy. And I legitimately believe that. Let me find this guy. Where are you at? Where did you go? I like this build a lot. Dude, I liked all the builds though. Where is you? What's your name again? Oh, okay, you're up at the top then. There he is. Which one to show? These are really good pictures. Call me Mister. This shit's fucking crazy. He used, I don't even know what that braid's called. I've seen it a lot. You used it to Clapton. It's like a humongous fat braid that it has to be little gauges. Used it to Clapton, used a Stagger Fuse Clapton to Clapton, and then used this. The colors on this build were crazy. Actually, I could do this. Micro Clapton UFO. It's like a, it is like a Staggerton. It's kind of like a skip fused first. Staple Stagger Fuse Clapton, and he's got the frames. So how this one was scored was you scored a 43, 1 point over Tobias. Oh, Tobias was 1 point over 3 other builders. Crazy. Yeah, so this is how this one was scored. Cleanliness, a 9. I see a couple things like in the Stagger Fuse Clapton that might have popped out as Clapton, and I don't know, these micro Claptons could be a little tighter, I guess. That kind of just happens. An 8 on install. It's cool, but it's not like super fucking crazy of an install, right? 9 on creativity because I like it. 8 on difficulty and 9 on overall looks. So congratulations, Carson. You are into the next round. I mean, I would say this one was one of my favorites, but they're all one of my favorites. So I'm going to keep saying that. All right. Next one up is... Okay, this one's fucking cool, man. I could do it like this. K Panzer makes it in with 45 points. Dude. This fucking build is crazy. Both these braids together are pretty crazy. He's got like a half stag as the cores in this diamondback braid thing in the middle. And then the way this thing is wrapped, and then he's got the pinhead build inside of a braid, and he got the braid around each of these pinheads. I don't even know, dude. I can't do that. There's no way. I don't even know that braid. I kind of do, but to get it to look like that. And then the wrap job on it's crazy. So K Panzer got 8 for cleanliness. There's a couple things that go on with builds like this. Sometimes it's not even the builder's fault. You know, I do see some things in the Staple Stagger Fuse Clapton and stuff like that. But sometimes it's not even, it's just like, because they're doing crazy stuff, shit happens, right? This looked a little, so 8 for cleanliness. Install, I gave a 9. Creativity, I gave a 9. Difficulty, I gave a 9. Overall looks, I gave a 10. It's a really fucking cool build, K Panzer. Congrats. You are in. Okay, so we got the top 2. These guys were off by 1 point. Scheiße! I wanted to say that. Slim builds. Dude. This fucking thing's crazy. Just this alone, I mean, I'm just gonna say it now. Overall looks, it got a fucking 10. You are the only person to score a 10 on the install. Because the install's just, it's damn near flawless. It's so clean. You got 10 for cleanliness. You got 10 for install. You got 9 for creativity. You got, if like the, whatchamacallits inside, if the coils on the inside were like different, I probably would have gave a 10. The difficulty, I gave a 9. And it's just because there's 2 different wires here, braid and stagger. And the one is super difficult, and the one's like extremely difficult. And then a 10 for overall looks. You got to score 48 out of 50. This build is just like every view of it is just something different. That he's got a half stag pitchfork as a D chord Clapton. It's crazy. And top scorer of the round, Sugar Coils. Dude, I don't know Sugar Coils. 49. Scored a 49. I don't even know what that fucking braid is in the middle. I was looking at this build about 3 times. I was like, yeah, but where's the fucking stagger at, dude? I was like, is one of these things called like a staggered braid or something? Where the fuck's the stagger? Where the fuck's the stagger, motherfucker? This is a 3-core stagger fused Clapton. That's a micro Clapton, and then he fused it together with a fucking braid. That's tarded, dude. Look at this braid here. I love this build. I'm pretty sure in scoring, Sugar Coils won the last round too. I'm not positive. But, yeah. This thing, he braided a braid together with braids. He took braids and then he braided it together. That's 2 braids in each. I don't know, man. You might want to get that checked out, Sugar Coils. This thing's fucking insane. It looks so good for like something that doesn't have like a whole bunch of micro claptoning in it. It's crazy. The braids are so fucking clean. You scored 10 across the board except install because it's just, it's just debatable about like, I don't know, vaping it. That's about it. The install looks badass, but it is a lot. It looks like somebody in a coat that just got their head chopped off. Or no, it looks like a scarf. Who wears a scarf? It looks like a scarf. It looks like you put a scarf around, like a scarf and cape around like a fist. The most beautiful fist in the world. Oh, man. Alright, let's get on to the part that I hate. I hate this part. These next 3 builders all scored 41, which was 1 under Tobias. And especially Bones was very close. Bones the skater was very close to getting in. There was a couple guys that I put like a star like next to their name immediately, like it's going to be close. And Bones was one of them. Bones the skater. So let me show this one. Okay. He used a Staggerton to braid with. It's like a micro Staggerton, and he braided with it. And then he did a Staggerton on the inside with braided wire. Okay, so there was a questionability about how clean, especially the outside braid looks. It's loose, so it's not wanting to stay. And I imagine that's because you used a Staggerton to fucking braid with. I don't know, dude. That's an insane just idea. I'm glad you did it. I'm really glad you did it because it's fucking cool as hell. Man. He got 8 points for cleanliness. He got 9 points for install. He got 8 points for creativity. He got 7 points for difficulty. These are based on a curve, remember. It doesn't mean like, oh, it's not that difficult. It means difficulty compared to other stuff in that round. And overall looks a 9. There's like some crooked stuff going on just because of what you chose to take a risk on doing. So it's hard, man. Another one that was super close that I really like this build. I like them all, but this one was like, man, I really like it. Where do I start here? The one picture is insane. Okay. B Malik. He's got a pitchfork on the inside, right? And then he's got twisted wire with a braid. And then he's got this big old alien Clapton with a braid parallel Clapton to it. Possibly groove fused, I don't know. It's a big old one wrap. But this thing, I really like the looks of it. It's just, the question is the 3, 2, and 1 wraps. It looks so good though. But it's not a whole lot of wire. And I'm wondering what that alien's made out of too. Look at that picture. Yeah, 8 for cleanliness, and that's just because it's not that it's not clean, it's just that there's less wire than everybody else's. 9 for install because I did really like how it looked with the install, the 3-2-1 effect. Creative, you got an 8. You got a difficulty 7 because okay, so the difficulty 7, I'm gonna stand by that because it is an alien, a simpler braid, twisted wires making a braid, you know, and the pitchfork, as clean as it is, you know, it's a 2-reach pitchfork. It's not something super crazy, and overall looks a 9 because I just really like how it fucking looks. It's such a nice build. Corey coils coming in with a clean build. And actually something else that I'm pretty sure Corey Coils' build is fucking cool. Because I'm pretty sure, I can be wrong about this, There he is. Okay, why can't I see? I can't see, god damn it. Okay, so here's the thing about this, okay? I don't know many braids, but I'm pretty sure that this is a super hard braid. It's super fucking clean, and I'm pretty sure I've seen it maybe once, maybe twice. Corey Coils is very good at braids, so I'm not surprised. This braid, I mean, he scored a 10 with cleanliness. This build's so fucking clean. Um, it was really hard to look at a braid that I've not seen very much at all. Look at how clean it is and do this. But then install, I gave an 8 because we're not seeing anything we haven't seen before. It's a basic Inception. 7 for creativity because it's kind of the same thing. At first, the creativity. No, difficulty 8. Difficulty 8 because the pitchfork, and once again, it's a 1-tier pitchfork. It's nothing crazy is going on in the middle. The frame staple in the middle, there's nothing crazy going on. But he scored more difficulty because I think that braid's hard to do and you don't see it often. And an 8 for overall looks just compared to everything else. Just compared to all the other builds. Such a clean build though. Pictures are great and that braid is amazing. I love that braid. Everybody, and Corey, thank you for doing builds. Now we got one more. Falcom. Dude. So Falcom has been one of my favorite builders in this build off. So it was really hard. Falcom got 40 points. It's like all high scores. It's crazy. Start with this one and skim through. Okay. So I've seen this before. It might have been from Falcom, this braid at the top. I forget what it's called. I was told kind of how it's done. And then he's got, okay, so he's got kind of like an evil twin thing going on here. And my issue with it was, when scoring, was that there's a lot of big wires in here. Which makes it almost easier to make it clean, if that makes sense, than if you're using a finer gauges. So, but this build's fucking cool. So he's got a triple core staple stag, or a quad core stagger fuse clapped fused with ribbon. Very cool. He's got that kind of, I believe it's either Celtic or Spanish braid, Celtic braid underneath. Parallel with that. This thing in the middle looks cool as hell. He's got another braid over here I think I got a picture of here. Yep. He's got a braid made out of braid clapped in parallel. And he's got a staple stagger fuse staggerton here. Parallel ribbon. So much going on. It's so cool. I like the way Falcom builds quite a bit. It's just, yeah, just going against the competition, it's rough. It's also one of them things, like, doing different things makes it hard to score in the scoring, if that makes sense. Like, you almost have to build to the scoring sometime of how they're being judged. Which is kind of what worked out for Sugar Coils and Slim builds. So Falcom got a 7 for cleanliness, and that's because it's just a lot of big wires. It's not that shit isn't super clean. I wouldn't say it's super clean. It's not that shit isn't clean. It's just big wires. Braids like this tend to look a little unclean. Um, I actually thought that this was kind of like a weave. It didn't matter because you got braids over here and over here. I believe this is a type of weave, but I can't be certain. Um, 8 for install. You got a 9 for creativity. You got an 8 for difficulty. And an 8 for overall looks. Woo! Oh, it's 9:30. Oh, shit. Ah, shit. Man. Yeah, okay. I don't even want to look at the chat. I stick by my scores and who made it. I'm not even looking at the chat. I'm going to tell you why. Dude, so K-Panzer is a perfect idea. It is a perfect example of... We have builders that have amazing pictures. And K-Panzer has really good pictures. You know, they're better than an average person could do by far. Getting your pictures up to even K-Panzer's level takes a lot of time. I mean, I'm taking kind of the same type of pictures, right? It's a perfect example why, in my opinion, why cameras and building, when you're judging them for a build-off, don't always mix. It doesn't always mix. If this was a photography contest, some of these people wouldn't even be in this round, right? So, yeah. So, anybody that didn't make it, I'm sorry. Thank you for participating, but we're going to do this again. I think I'm going to hit 7K this weekend. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to wait until like 7,500. Give it a little break. I'm sure it's kind of hard to build. Well, I know. I know it's hard to build a build every week. Okay, next round. Dude, first of all, this build off, that was supposed to be the last round, but I miscounted so much. So the next round, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. I need to make sure of something real quick. I need to make sure of something for the protege. Because what I'm about to say takes a special thing. I think everybody in the protege could do it. Okay, he could do it. He can do it. I want to make sure everybody's in the protege is able to do this part. I'm pretty sure you can. He can do it. Just give me 1 second. I gotta see. I'm pretty sure these guys can. You know what? You'll figure it out. Man, there's these one rules that I've been thinking about. Let me make sure. I'm literally going off the top of my head with this round. There's one thing I definitely want you to do. The other one, man, is debatable. Just because of the protege. The protege shit might be getting deep. Shit might be getting deep. No, I don't even have it in this one. Okay. Let's do this. This will be fun. This will be fun. This one will be fun. Okay, I got it. This will be fun. This one will be fun. It'll be fun. Okay, so there's going to be a couple things with this round. Okay, I'm going to judge it the same. Give them the same. All right. We're going to do corrugated and indents. Okay, corrugated. It was always going to be corrugated and something. I was going to say corrugated, and corrugated was the one where I was like, can everybody do that in Protege? Okay, corrugated indents. All right, corrugated and indents. Okay, but there's something else I want you to do. What we're going to do, all right, I'll put up a list. If you have to edit your post later, you could edit your post later. What I want everybody to do that puts a build in, all right, there's going to be... There's going to be 3 builders that move on in each one. 3 in each one. All right, so 2 people in each tier will get eliminated. And that'll leave it to the last. That'll be the finals. So what we're going to do is I'm going to build in the finals with you, but you don't have to necessarily... You don't have to beat me to win. As long as you beat your competitors, you win. But I'm going to build in the last round. So what I want everybody to do is when you submit your build, okay? When you submit your build, I want you to put one type of coil you'd like to be in the final. So this is what we're going to do. Let's say, all right, builds by Talion, submits his build, nd6k, round 4, tier 1, and then just puts, you know, whatever, Razorbacks, okay? So Tobias puts Razorbacks, Sugar Coils puts, whatever, Micro Clapton, whatever type of build, just one type of build. Razorbacks, Micro Clapton, whatever, just one type of build. What would the one thing you would like to do in your thing, all right, in the final round? I'm going to randomly, we'll like put it in a hat or something. I'm going to randomly pick one from Master, one from Protege, and that's what we're going to do, okay? So maybe you get, they got to be 2 different ones though. We're not going to do like Razorback. They have to be 2 different ones. So if Protege says Razorback and Master says Pitchfork, we're doing Razorback Pitchforks, bitch. All right. So, that's what we're going to do. So everybody that submits a build this round, all 10 of you, so 5 from each, all 10 of you, just put what would the one build you would want to do. Now you could be really smart about this, and you could be like, you know, Nick's been sucking at fucking pitchforks, and I don't think Tobias could corrugate or whatever. You could do. I don't think Tobias knows how to do aliens. We're gonna do aliens, you know. I don't think Sugar Coils knows how to braid. We're gonna do braids, you know. You can do shit like that. You could do that. Or you could just do, you could just be like, I'm the best at pitchforks. I'm going to do pitchforks. I'm the best at staggertons. I'm going to do staggertons. I feel like I would succeed with this. I'll succeed with this. I feel like I'm better than him at this than that. And let me think about it more. I'm definitely going to build that last round. We'll make like a bonus thing. The last build off, what I did was there was like a bonus if your points beat mine. This is why I definitely have to bring in other judges, because I could judge mine. I'd be like, I got a 50, y'all. I got a 50. I got a 50. I got a 50. Y'all got a 49. I got a 50. Nobody wins. I win. You got to give me prizes. What are you sending me? I win. I got a 50. I judged it. I got a 50. I win. So, yeah, that's what we'll do. I'm gonna edit up a video tomorrow, so all this is more clear and it's quicker. I can't believe that this video is almost an hour. Dude, I'm just proud of the build off. I'm proud of all the builds that were submitted. I hate eliminating people, but it's kind of like I also don't, because at the end, it's not that anybody should lose, but it's going to be really awesome that people win. That's how you have to look at it. And I don't think it's as hard as take a loss if you know that there's going to be another build off, right? Yes, nd6k, out but in. Out but in. It's out but in. Have people been doing in but out? You could do either. You could do either. We'll look at both. You could do either. Whatever, dude. You could do either. You could do either. Do either one. Do whatever you want. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. Everybody, thank you for watching. We'll get a pre-recorded out with this stuff in there. It's just that pre-recorded, the edited ones, they take a while to do. I like to do them, but I would have gave up tonight. I would have been like, it'll be out tomorrow. It'll be out tomorrow. I wanted to give you the results. Oh, due date. Once again, this will all be in the pre-recorded. The due date is going to be, I'm going to give one extra day for this round. Hopefully you guys got like a little break in between, so you're not building actually every week. So we'll do Saturday night. I liked it when it landed on Saturday night, because then I have all Sunday to fuck with it. So Saturday night. Have your builds in by Saturday night before Sunday. Saturday, midnight, Eastern time. Once again, there will be a pre-recorded, and this box is unnecessary. There is 2 of me, and it's retarded. All right. Yeah. Yeah, we'll look at the output in, we'll do that tomorrow. Fresh is on right now, and I don't want to step on his toes too much. All right. I'm going to have to get judges, but I don't want to have judges that are associated with any of the teams. If you want to judge, I'm going to need points. It's got to be a points thing. If you want to judge and you're not on any of the teams that are left, you could do that. You could contact me. Yeah. you can't be on any of the teams that are still in. So basically, nobody from RFI, Reinforced Core, RFC, Reinforced Core, nobody from Canada, nobody from, yeah, nobody from any of them teams. You know, if you have somebody on your, nobody from Resistance Crew. If you have somebody on your team still in the build off, I can't have you as a judge this one. All right. Everybody have a great night. Have a great weekend. Regular shows tomorrow. I'll be up early doing a show. All right. I'll be up early doing a show. Then I'll edit my video. Coil class tomorrow. I have no idea what it fucking is. I hope I know how to do it. What's coil class? What's coil class? We did a half fork last week. Super Staggerton. Super Staggerton tomorrow in coil class. Super Stag. Alright, everybody. I'm out of here. Have a good night. Go over to Fresh 03 and watch the show.